Check 1, 2. Tell these
Take
rappers
it
I'm
again.
outside, get them start acting up. Turning hoes to housewives, I'm cleaning the ratchet up. Do it all from boom back to melody rap. Think I'll put you in the box, then you might as well pack it up. Bars having bars, no cap, I'm Attica, you a precinct. How y'all competing when y'all just decent? Your rhyme efficiency's like logic's ethnicity. Don't tell me how much that you black, cause I don't see it. That's it. Welcome to Precinct.
Fuck everybody on the front. When we see you on the finals, bring that same energy, nigga.
Yeah. Live and direct on your YouTube screen. It is your favorite Knicks and Ish panel. Y'all already know the vibe. I am the one and only Parlay Law, aka Brass Tats in the building. And we got the Knicks and Ish panel here. The first lady of Knicks and Ish, Mrs. Knicks in the building. Our beloved co-host, the one and only Kev Rodriguez in the building. And of course, our one and only host of Knicks and Ish, our guy, Tea Time, is in the building. Shout out to all of y'all here tonight on the panel. Shout out everybody up in the comments. Uncle Paulie, we see you in the building.
Jesus.
You know, what a night tonight. You know, we got a lot of positive things to talk about from tonight's game. If y'all didn't see already, the Knicks won over the Sacramento Kings tonight by a score 143-120. As always, we're gonna start off with our reactions from the panel. But before we do, don't forget everybody, sharing is always caring. Press like for your favorite panel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, and please make sure your notification bell is set to all so you get all comments from us live here on Knicks and Ish. Shout out to my big brother Jimmy J.
What up,
cuz? You know what we do over here.
What up?
If y'all would, please take it away, guys, and let me get some reactions on tonight's game versus the Kings.
You know, we won by a lot.
Wash them up, kid.
We won by a lot. Today was a really good game to watch. You know, aside from a little letdown in the second quarter, which was kind of expected, but I was still frustrated because the Kings are a decent team. So I expected them to fight back. Still got a little too close for my comfort in the second quarter, but then we came out in the third, and did exactly what we were supposed to do, put our foot on their neck. A complete game. We got 3 of the 4 starters in 20-plus point. Cat only missed 20 points by 2 points. Yeah, I mean, he had 18. He had 18. Yeah, Cat had 18 tonight.
Very efficient.
Josh with another triple-double. 3 of our 5 starters with double-doubles. Like, what we talking about over here? And then you got 20-plus points from the bench. It was good to see Landry Shamet, hitting a 3-point shot, something that we said was going to start happening. We said that was going to start happening with Landry Shamet. We said the offense is going to start to come around. And it did. It's good to see Precious being more aggressive, like when he gets the ball and not just always looking to pass. Make yourself a threat offensively. We had some really good stretches of defense. It's an overall good game, man. It was an overall good game. I'm not going to say it because you know what I want to say, but I can't say it. You know what I want to say, but I can't say it.
Real quick, what I was going to say was tonight, it's okay for you to be long-winded tonight, T-Time. We understand. Go right ahead.
Yeah. Nah, but I am going to land the plane really soon, though, because I don't want to steal everybody's thunder. I mean?
No problem. Kev, sis.
But yeah,
sis, take it, because I know.
I'm good.
Go ahead, sis. Yeah, talking shit.
40 fucking assists. That's what I'm talking about. 40
Yeah.
assists. The ball was moving beautifully most of the game. Not the second quarter so much, but the majority of the game, uh, it was amazing to watch. When we
Sis, why
played
you
that style of basketball, hey Darlene,
Darlene in the building? We see you.
Good
Salute
as
you as
Darlene,
when
always,
sis,
we
always.
play
Darlene.
Darlene.
that style of basketball, teams are gonna have a hard time trying to stop us. Um, Josh Hart, Josh Hart.
Bless you.
I
Bless
don't
you.
even know what to say about him because he is everything that we need plus some. And one other stat that I love to see tonight because that was our worry when we talked about the game last show was we whipped their ass on the rebounds. 53-38.
Wow, we washed them up, boy.
We packed them up and what we thought we were gonna have a hard time with.
Triple double
It
hard,
was great
right?
to see. I think our starters scored 123 points tonight.
That's their
I don't know
average,
another
I think,
starting
right?
lineup
That's
that
their
scored that.
average. That's their average, right?
Just
What?
about
Almost. That's
in the one.
almost
Yeah.
about their average.
Yes, that's correct, Kev. Right around the ballpark average. You're absolutely right.
Yep. But no, it was great to see. I was a little nervous when they tried to come back in the second quarter because, like T Time said, they're not a bad team, and so giving them a little confidence could have screwed us over. But we let them get close, but we never relinquished the lead, and that's what it's all about. And that's building the character of this team, and I'm loving it.
Oh, I want to talk about one thing, sis, before we throw it over to Kev real quick. All right. Sis, do you remember what Clyde said during the
Clyde
game?
said,
Tell him. Tell him again.
when the Knicks have 30 assists, I forget the word he used. Basically, they're unbeatable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we like
And
18 and 1 or something
Yes.
oh
like that.
no, we
That
18
is
and 1. We 18 and 1 when we start off the game, when we're winning the first quarter.
hmm
I think it's the same for assists too, gang. They said it.
Oh, okay.
No,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
might be right. I think he might be right. Yeah.
yeah. I think it's the same.
But listen,
But
man,
But
like, go ahead, first. Go ahead.
no, so I was about to say it's on you, Kev. Go ahead. It's
I
on you.
mean, I think that was the main thing that we always put emphasis on moving the ball. The Knicks play better when they move the ball. You know what I mean? So I think when I saw 40 assists, I instantly just was like, yeah, and is gonna go on her rant today. You know what I mean? Because because bro, like that's what we always want from them. 22 assists combined between Josh and Brunson. You know what I mean?
Insane.
The Villanova boys just took it up, put the team on their back and said, "Yo, let's get this." I mean, we got another game where Josh Hart puts up what how many rebounds? 17?
18.
18.
17 18
18.
rebounds. 7 of them offensive. You know
Facts.
what I mean? Like, let's get it, boy. Let's get it. Triple double, six. I think he's his six. I think that's
This
fourth
season.
in Nick history. He's fourth in Nick history in triple doubles.
Yes.
Salute to my man, Josh Hart, who should be an all-star. Put some respect
I
on my man. Go ahead, Fraz.
I believe the record for triple doubles in the New York Knicks uniform is 23 by a good announcer, Walt Clyde Frazier. Can
Yeah.
Big
somebody
facts.
check me on that stat?
That's
I
big
think I
facts.
am
It's
No,
correct.
it's a big
facts.
fact. It's facts,
I
and I
think I
think,
am
and I
correct.
think, I think
It's
Josh
eight in
Hart
one
is.
season, and Josh is almost
Yes, he's
there.
Yeah.
almost there.
He's
Doesn't
almost there.
Where's he at?
And
11 career now? 11 overall career?
you
Yep.
know, and don't be
And
surprised,
they
bro.
all been as a Nick.
That's
Listen,
correct.
don't be surprised if he clips that by the end of the season the way he's playing right now.
You
He
talking
he
about the
might
single season
surpass
jump.
that.
Yeah, the
He
single
might
season jump.
surpass that. He might surpass that. So, shout out to Josh. I love to see Shamit play the way he played, shooting the way he was shooting the ball. That's good to see because that's one of the reasons why we brought him back. You know what I mean? Because in the preseason, that it was a tough loss. It was tough to see him go down, but to see him come back and play like the way he did today, I think that's key going down the stretch. Them 3-point shots was looking real pretty, and I like when he took it to the basket. Am I mistaken that he took it to the basket at one point?
Hmm.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
so
absolutely
that was
correct. He
good.
did.
That was good to see. And listen, man, uh, when this team plays like that all together, and everything is in sync, ain't nobody beating us, bro. You know what I mean? We just gotta play like this consistently. If we can find a way to play like this consistently on an everyday basis, I think this team, will be over the top. I still see some things that I ain't like in this game, like a couple times when I seen Josh just leave niggas wide open, and for the 3-point shot. I ain't
He
like
closed
that.
out.
I know y'all saw that.
Number
And it
10. It
wasn't
is his
it
12th career triple double.
I was
12,
about to
right?
say he is
Um
this, so yeah,
um
halfway to 23.
um I ain't like that he ain't close out on some of those threes, and that's not a good thing. We need to fix that up. But shout out to the team for the great win.
All right, y'all. Y'all know I ain't gonna be too long today. Um, it's wonderful to see that. It's like we said, all our starters are capable of 20 points a game. When you getting
It's
four guys score 20, we're hard to beat when this
a
train is
fact,
running
boy.
full steam ahead. When you got everybody pitching in and everybody focuses inside. Um, Mikael 27, Brunson a double double 25 and 11. As we knew that putting another player like Cat around Brunson could make him better. And it's only been shown since Cat's been here. Brunson's assists have gone up by about four per game. If you check the
Hmm.
averages, we'll say three or four roughly, because me and Kev talk about this all the time. So we usually say three or four because it fluctuates right around there depending on what kind of game he has. But again, another double double from Carl Anthony Towns. He's a double double machine. I don't know how many. He's 20 plus right now. I think he's only missed like 3 games with a double double. Because you check me if I'm wrong, sis. I think it's 3 or 4.
Hmm.
I may be in the ballpark. I usually am. Um, when the Kings have Malik Monk as their number one scorer for the game, 9 times out of 10, they're not winning. Okay, even with Sabonis having a triple double in tonight's game and Malik Monk leading them with 31 points, the Knicks still found a way to keep everybody else in check. De'Aaron Fox only had 14 points. DeMar DeRozan had a subpar 20-point game tonight. Also, Keegan Murray, who was another key guy that they bumped to their starting lineup, only had 12 points tonight. So the Knicks did a very good job, other than the second quarter, of containing this team and playing overall team ball and sharing the rock tonight. Sharing is definitely caring over here at Knicks, and it was definitely the thing tonight. You love to see that the Knicks dominated in almost every team statistical category. Not to mention
Yeah.
one of the key team categories. Hold on, give me a second.
He has 35 double doubles.
Mm,
Who's that?
there you go.
Cat.
Yep,
Jesus Christ. That leads the league,
killing it.
right?
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
think
sure.
I think second. I think second.
I'm not sure who
Um,
ahead of him, but somebody's ahead of him.
I think
we
it's a
shot.
bonus.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so bonus might
Yeah,
be
it
ahead of
is.
him
You're
by a
right.
few,
Yes, you're
only
right.
by a few though.
Because he doesn't take so many. But
yeah,
So bonus
just
is
to
a
land the
beast, man. Jesus Christ.
facts.
yeah.
Um, just to land the plane real quick. Nick shot 47% from three tonight. It was wonderful. Only
That was
17
wonderful.
to 36. Not too many shots. Not too many forced shots tonight. Only missed one free throw tonight. Over 50 rebounds. Killed them on the rebounds and the assists, as aforementioned by Sis. He even out had more steals than them this game, which is a sight to see. It was something that we really lack in lately. We haven't heard of the Knicks being a prolific stealing team, but as it goes down the line, as the defense ramps up and guys' chemistry works out, I think that'll be better, like most of our normal metrics will. Um, and pretty much overall great game. 11, only 11 turnovers tonight.
16
Can't really
points.
complain too much other than the second quarter.
Yeah. You know,
Yeah.
even with the second quarter, we didn't score. We didn't leave a quarter under 30 points all game. That's fire. And then, like as Fraz mentioned, being super efficient, being 49% from the field on the game. That was tough. I mean, what's up, Fraz?
I apologize. I left one thing out, and you know I usually have one of these random stats for the night. Can we also congratulate Jalen Brunson to being the quickest New York Knick to 5,000 points? He did it
Facts.
one game. He did it one game faster than Carmelo Anthony did, if I'm not mistaken.
And
One
Bernard
game
too.
faster. And Bernard, that is a fact.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
congratulations to the captain, Jalen Brunson. Go ahead.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Salute to bang, bang, bang.
yeah, yeah.
When you see one, JB, you better
Yeah.
send me one, bro. Dead ass.
Yeah. Yeah, like I was saying, we didn't leave a quarter under 30 points tonight. But
Word.
we did. We gave up 42 points in that second quarter, which was
That
kind of
second
wild.
quarter was crazy. Yeah,
Yeah, which
yeah,
is kind of wild.
yeah.
But yeah, it is efficiency. And Uncle Polly said it in the comments when we cut. And I think that was, and moving off the ball, I think that was a big part of the offense because there was a lot of times we get drives and guys weren't just stationary at the 3-point line. They were actively cutting to the basket, getting easy baskets. And that helps a lot. Like, I understand that we want to we like to play a 5-out offense, but at the same time, you have to cut on drives because if you cut on drives, there's still three other people at the 3-point line. You can still get a quality 3-point shot if if either you pass it to the guy who's cutting, and if he's covered, then he can pass it out
Make
to
you live.
somebody else. You know what I mean? But it's just the efficiency of the offense, and that's the thing, man. We said this before. Coach Hamilton get a lot of flack for only being a defensive minded coach. And that's really not true, man. His offense has been very efficient over the last few years. And again, I still don't think we reached the tip of the iceberg uh, when it comes to what you would call it, what our team could be, especially on the offensive end. You saw Fred's laughing because he saw me just get distracted, which is mad funny.
All right.
Uh,
I peeped. I peeped. You know I peeped.
uh,
I
but
heard it
yeah,
too. Don't think you did it. I heard it too, bro.
yeah.
That was crazy.
But yeah, we ain't reached the tip of the iceberg of what we can be offensively, let alone defensively. Uh, and JB tonight was tough. They was trying to blitz him for most of the game, and again, release the pressure. Pause. Yeah, I mean, like we have multiple capable guys on this team offensively that could go off. Yeah, I mean, and it's been proven a few times this year. This is not an anomaly. OG Ananobi getting 33, Macau getting 27, Josh Hart getting 20. This is not an anomaly. This is not something that's once in a blue that is a random occurrence. This has happened several times over the season. You know what I mean? So when and JB needs to continue to realize that, like, hey, if they're blitzing me, I got guys that could get buckets. You feel me? And tonight you saw with the 11 assists, that he definitely trusted his team. Uh, Sis said it in the comments. I'm gonna say it again. Thank you, Brooklyn.
Thank
Thank
you, Brooklyn.
you, Brooklyn. You know what I
And
mean? Because
let's add this. Thank you, Minnie.
yeah, facts. Because Macau, yeah, we talk about
Thank you,
eh,
Toronto.
facts. We talk about Macau, like one of those guys have to step up and help rebounding. And Macau with 7 rebounds is what we talking about. You know what I mean? Him and OG, like at least until Mitch get back, somebody else got to crash these here boards, especially
Yep.
against a team like the Sacramento Kings, who could possibly dominate you on the boards. You know what I mean? Like we said it earlier, Sabonis ain't no slouch. He had a triple double tonight. He still had 13
Hmm.
rebounds, but you have to crash the glass. Because not only
Hmm.
you have to look out for Sabonis, you also got to look out for a Trey Lyles coming off the bench. Yeah, I mean, and attacking the
Keegan
boards
Murray.
again. Keegan Murray as well. Yeah, I
Yes.
mean, those guys can hurt you on the boards, and Macau getting 7 boards definitely helped. For us to dominate the boards. This is
Mc-
this. This is the thing. I keep on being repetitive because it's the truth. When the big dog come back, y'all cook. GG's NBA. When the big dog, we're gonna get into that later. I got a rant. I got a rant, but we're gonna get into that later. But when the big dog Madral come back, GG's NBA. I'm sorry for y'all loss because
No,
it's
we
gonna get
not. Sorry,
ugly.
not sorry.
Nah, we not
Sorry,
sorry. Nah, definitely not.
But like not for nothing though. Shout out to Macau, man. I think he did a good job containing De'Aaron Fox in this game.
for
You
sure.
think?
Yeah, like I mean,
Dang,
yeah,
14?
I'm saying
you
holding
know,
him to 14 points. That's
That's
he.
and not
But
and
still
not
did a
and
good
6
not
for
job.
20 from the field is
yeah,
tough.
y'all know what I mean. Y'all know what I mean.
though.
He locked him down pretty much, man, and
This
held
is
him to
supposedly
what
the fastest player.
six. He's been doing a better job at on the defensive end, especially man to man defense. He's been doing a better job in these last couple of games. Shout out to Macau, bro.
You
He
know what
held
it
them
is
to
with Macau?
6 of 20 shooting from the field, bro.
You know what it is, and I think you said it earlier, Kev. We talked about it before off camera. Mikhail is actually moving his feet more tonight. And you see it. He was actually already anticipating where a guy was going to be at, so he was already beating him to the spot more instead of just sagging off or giving him that space to have it the jump shot or the pick and roll can affect him. He's just right there up on. He's like, hold on, let me beat the guy to the spot so he doesn't. You know, and he cut the lane off a lot tonight. For I like the way how he defended him. We really needed to shut their key guys down tonight. This could have easily got out of hand after that second quarter.
Yo, De'Aaron Fox. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Oh my God, my bad. De'Aaron Fox is a De'Aaron Fox is a tough guy, man. Like he's pretty much an all star. You know what I mean? Like he ain't no slouch. And that's 2 straight games. Macau. No, well, I think 3 straight because against Trey Young, he put the clamps on Trey Young.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? So we need more of that. We need more of that.
Again, before I say this, press that like button. Sharing is always caring. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Uh, but yeah, speaking of 3 games in a row, we back streaking. Yeah, I mean it's a 3 game
Yeah,
streak, but we back
yeah.
streaking. Yeah, I mean after a tough stretch of games, it's good to see us back streaking. But nah, Macau, and again, you gotta remember, man, like it was a large turnaround on this team. As good as we've been so far, you still have to keep in consideration guys are still learning each other offensively and defensively. Because defense, being a good defender is not only being a one-on-one defender, like staying in front of your man. It's knowing the tendencies of your fellow teammates, where they're going to be, where to push the defense. I mean, where to push the offensive player, uh, where your help is going to come from, how to communicate what you need on the court in live action with your other teammates. So again, we've seen struggles between Macau and OG, who are our best defenders, and largely because they don't have a rhythm together uh, defensively. And to me, I think it got to be kind of shocking too to be like, yeah, the other guy next to me is just as good, if not better, defender than I am. And like then you got Josh Hart, who's also a solid defender, and it's like you all that has to gel again. You feel me? All that has to gel again, and be seeing it happen. Again, the Kings are a decent offensive team. They showed that in the second quarter. Uh, but to beat them by 23, uh, yeah, I mean, and especially to hold them to, because it was It's a high scoring game, obviously, right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean, holding the 20 in the fourth, that was tough. I mean, that was tough. All around great
Shout
game,
out
man.
Uncle Dre.
Where Uncle Dre was good. All around great game, man. Yeah.
Yo, man, like
Oh,
that's all we needed, man. Just time to figure it out. A lot of people kept judging this team and writing this team out, but people gotta understand it's brand new. Brand new. I mean, I think we got Cat like right before the preseason.
yeah.
you know
Literally.
like how you supposed to figure everything out like that, like I don't
Yep.
think any team could just do that, you know what I mean?
Two
It's
weeks, 2 weeks before training camp, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
yeah, bro, yeah, you gotta, you still going through the shock of being traded. Now you gotta move across the country, you know and figure out your teammates,
Hey, and let
figure
that.
out, what kind of game plan, um, you know, study film, like all this stuff all in one shot, like and quick. It's like, yo, we gotta get this shit right now. Now.
Hmm.
If not,
If you
it's
get,
trouble, bro. It's trouble.
Yeah, I'm
I
not
know,
gonna lie,
right?
because I
I
thought I
know.
thought I heard a
I heard
rooster
it.
too.
I heard it
I know
too.
I
I
heard it.
heard. I know I heard it. I
I
know I
heard it
heard a
earlier.
rooster
I
too.
know I heard. That's when I had looked at T Top. I'm telling you,
That's T
I heard
Time.
that
T Time.
rooster.
You got the
No,
rooster T
no,
Time.
no, no. I heard when
I heard
when
a
I looked
rooster
at
too.
T Top. I wanted to see if T Top heard that rooster because I heard it.
I heard the rooster.
Oh, no,
Word.
that's my daughter on the game, man.
Oh, oh, oh.
Right.
I ain't gonna hold you. My mother-in-law got a there's somebody in my mother-in-law block got a rooster. You hear him all day.
Rooster.
Yeah,
Anyway,
where I used to live in Bed Stuy, the block that my grandmother used to live on was a heavily Spanish block, and somebody had a rooster on that block, and I'm like, who
yeah,
the hell?
yeah.
Frank was good.
What up? What
Yeah,
up? My man Frank was
but
goody, bro.
yeah,
That's my guy right
Frankie
there.
something
Fingers.
else
Frankie
that
Fingers.
we got to give a shout out because we haven't been here since the news broke. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Cap and Cat for being the first two Knicks to start in the All Star game since Walt Clyde Frazier and Earl of Pearl Monroe. Big shit. You know what I mean?
50
Uh,
years.
yeah,
52
that,
years, right?
50.
that's tough. That's tough. That's tough. Well deserved. Uh, and that just goes to show you how good this team is for real. Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of, and oh, this might be a rant. I don't know. Uh, it was a lot of there's a lot of speculation about is the Nick is are the Knicks real or are they pretenders? And then you got these network talk heads, really talking down on the Knicks and saying that they're not for real. But when you look at all the things that make sense, it tells you everything you need to know. Top five in the NBA as far as record goes. Uh, Jalen Brunson and Cat. Uh, what I think we like the top three duo in the league. Top three,
Top three. I
Top
think
top
number
three.
three,
two.
top three duo in the NBA as far as
I
like
think
points.
they the best. I
Yeah,
think they the
you
best.
know, we already know that. Sis posted it in the comments that they're better. They're a better duo than Jason Tatum and Brown so far this season. Whether you
In
like
all
it or not,
categories.
yeah, whether you like it or not, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. You feel me? And the
Facts.
numbers say that the Jalen Brunson and Cat are a better duo so far this season than Tatum and Jalen Brown. Why you think Jalen Brown ain't in the starting five in the All Star game? He's absolutely going to make the bench roll, You know what I mean? Uh, but yeah, there's a reason why that happened. You know what I mean? And then again, you look at like I said, you look at the record. We only 2 games behind the world champs. Uh,
Two
you
and a
know,
half.
Two,
two,
two.
Nah,
two,
oh, they didn't
yeah,
update it yet. My bad.
yeah,
They
two.
late.
The W tonight made it two.
The W tonight. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah. But yeah,
And Cleveland's on a 3-game losing streak.
That's a
yeah.
fact. They
Yeah,
lost the
and,
game.
and then listen, and I've been watching some Celtics games. They looking shaky, man. They looking they looking shaky, man. You know what I mean? They looking real shaky, the Celtics. I can't wait for us to play them again so we can pack them up. You know what I mean? So we can pack them up. But yeah, I the whole pretending thing, y'all gotta relax because again, we not even in our final form yet. You also got to remember the teams that people would put above us have been together for years. You talk about Cleveland; they've been together for years. You talk about the
3-4.
Celtics; they've been together for years. Uh,
3-4.
you talk about the Thunder; they've been together for years.
3.
Uh, who's ahead of us? Else ahead of us in the West? Is who's number
Denver.
two in the
Most of their
West?
core group.
Who's number two in the West?
Number 2 in the
Houston.
West is Houston.
Houston. That team,
That.
they added a few pieces, but their core been together for a few years. I'm talking about Jalen Green and the rest of those guys. Like
Yeah.
again, we are the newest like collective as far as a majority of the team go out of all those guys. And yet
Facts.
still we're top five in the league. We're like the second best offense in the league. Yeah. So again, we always, and I said it a few times before. I'm gonna land the plane because I'm being wild long winded. I said this a few times before. Coach Tommy T teams usually don't get off to this good of a start. That's cause for y'all to be worried because after the All Star break, we really about to start wilding y'all up. And I
Listen.
land the plane there again, Fraz.
Listen. And to add on to what T Time is saying, number one, we can't be struggling that bad if our longest losing streak is only 3 games all year, right? I mean, come
Right.
on, let's look at it. How many years have we looked at the Knicks and said, man, it was the wrong time to have a 5 game losing streak, right? Let's be real. But to have our longest losing streak at only 3 games, and a lot of y'all Knicks fans are complaining. Yeah, this is a semi rant coming from me, yours truly. All right, some of y'all Knicks fans, and shout out JJ Jackson. We see a Knicks fan has just entered the
Oh
building.
Yes,
shit.
Yes,
sir,
indeed.
my boy.
Um, a lot of y'all Knicks fans need to chill, have a seat, and enjoy Knicks basketball. Because at the end of the day, we're ahead of last year's pace with a team that hasn't had a year of chemistry together. Number one, you have another high IQ guy on Carl Anthony Towns who's added to the group of already high IQ guys. The addition of Sherman is going to prove dividends because number one, the Knicks are going to gain good karma by how they did right by Sherman by continuing to keep him in the organization and not just throw him away after he sold the injury. Number two, you made a roster spot for him in the G League to keep him. You made sure he was good till he got healthy. Number three, he wanted to be here, so that made him want to stay here even more. So now he's playing with more confidence now, and he's on the floor, and you see it. It's gonna take him a few more games, but once he shakes that stuff off, and you see Shannon play like the old Shannon role player he was, I mark my words, you're gonna see even 15 to 20 point games out of Shannon off the bench in a minute. It's the learning curve for him and fitting in. That's what I think is just hindering his ability a little bit. You know, may or may not agree with me, but that's how I feel as far as how Shamit's come along because he's come along nicely after the injury. Let's be real here. Like he really has. And I think it just takes him to understand his role a little bit more because you got a little more output out of him tonight. I think if he gives us a little more output and is more consistent, like we all want all of our players to be, I think we overtake Boston and Cleveland. It's coming, y'all. I'm telling you. You see them slipping. It's coming. Watch. Pause.
I think one player T-Time mentioned, but I think we should talk about more because he's deserving of it today is OG. OG played a hell of a game. Um, Shooting wise was good. His cutting, his defense was good. Um, of course, he's not gonna have every game at 30 points, but just to have the flexibility of multiple guys can throw up 30 on any given night is great. And today was OG's night, and he's well deserving of our time.
Wait, you said 30, sis? What about 40? Or do you forget we're the only team that got four different players that have a
True.
40-point game before January?
We need to
Unmute yourself, T-Time, please. Unmute yourself. There
Yeah,
you go.
what was impressive about OG tonight was his efficiency, being 12 for 18 from the field, 4 for 7 from 3 point range. Yeah, that's tough. And again, I keep on reiterating the OG has bad nights when he's just sitting behind the 3 point line waiting
Mhm.
for threes. When you have a game like tonight where he was cutting, you know what I mean, and doing other things, only 4 of his 12 baskets tonight was from 3 point range. You know what I mean? Because he was cutting, getting out on the break, running the floor. You know what I mean? It was a few times I saw the break. It was only 2 Kings back, and it was like 3, 4 Knicks players back on the break, just in case somebody missed the layup. Those are the winning things. You feel me? That's winning basketball. You know what I mean? When you're doing stuff like that to make sure, because every possession is valuable. You know what I mean? How many games we see come down to a 1 or 2 possession game, and Coach Tommy T say it all the time. Like, there's little possessions throughout the game that win you the game, and stuff like that matters. Defensively, we was amazing. Uh, how many we had what 9 steals? Oh no, we had how many steals?
Nine
Nine
steals.
steals.
9 steals
Nine steals.
tonight.
Correct.
Yeah, for sure.
It was crazy whenever they took them free throws from Precious, and he's like, "All right, I got y'all," and he had two back-to-back steals.
2 back-to-back steals on entry passes to Sabonis. And I watched Sabonis play. He's really good at sealing guys out and making space for the entry pass. So that's hella good defense by Precious. But Precious said it. He elite. I'm an elite defender. He said it. Precious said that.
You know what it is with
Yes.
Sabonis?
I'm
You gotta
dead.
play you gotta play Sabonis at an angle because he won't have a chance to seal if you play him at an angle.
Yeah.
He
No, that was really good defense, man.
definitely was.
Somebody said something to. There was I don't know who it was. I meant to post a comment, but I forgot. They said they was watching the stream from a
I
Minnesota,
got you.
and they said that they was talking about the bench. A bench had 20 points. Wait, how much? For
20 points. They had 20
20 points
points.
even.
20 even.
I bet, yeah. 20 points tonight off the bench.
Yeah.
I mean, like again, you have to give our bench time to develop themselves because a lot of them missed time. Landry Shamet missed a lot of time. McBride missed some time. Precious Achua missed 20 something games. Like,
And you can see McBride is still trying to
Struggling his shot.
still trying to get back from that last injury he had.
yeah, you know, and get back in the rhythm with his shot. Our
Right.
bench gonna be all right. I promise
Yeah.
you.
I think
I
so too.
promise you, our bench will be just fine. You
And
guys,
to be honest, who cares? Our starters are killing.
Yeah.
And the deeper into the season we get and going into the playoffs, the less you're going to see of the bench. So at this point, it's really important that our starters gel as much as possible. Yes, we need the bench. I understand. But we know Tibbs is going to cut down. It's going to be less and less guys playing as the season gets closer towards the end. Um, and again, who's starting five is fucking with ours. I'll wait.
Listen, what starting five is averaging over 90 points per game in the league? Right. Tell
The
me.
Knicks.
Thank you.
Yeah, nah, definitely tough, man. Again, we've been saying the same thing. Like we, how many games we got where everybody in the starting five is in double digits? How many games we got where we have three plus people on the excuse me, three plus people on the starting five with 20 plus or more? You know what I mean? Like it's not what this again. It's not an anomaly for these things to happen for this team. The only thing that we've been missing is consistency. You know what I mean? On both ends of the floor, offensively. Well, we've been pretty consistent offensively, but
It's the
defensively
defense,
mostly.
man.
You know what I mean? And the only part of the offense that's been inconsistent has been the passing because we have games where we don't pass as well as we should be. But bro, like we have the best starting five in the league. We have one of the best duos in the league. Uh, and I think honestly, once our bench gel, we gonna have one of the best. Uh, nah, no more, no more chocolate for the night. It's a wrap. My fault, yeah, y'all.
It's gonna say we're gonna have one of the best benches in the league.
Yes, that's what he was gonna say. We were just gonna, allow him to finish his statement. But yeah, I do agree with T. Time. Once
Thank you,
that bench
Uncle
gets
Paulie.
together,
Never the
yeah, that's
players complaining.
that's
Even
what I'm
Josh
saying.
Harden post game today said, "All y'all minute police can chill."
But wait, they also asked Tibbs about it and talked about it on that episode of the Roommates where they had Tommy T on there. Wait a minute, Josh Hart directly made a joke with Tommy T about it on the Roommates podcast. Like, if the players aren't complaining, fans, you shouldn't be complaining either. Because at the end of the day, they the ones who getting paid to do it, not you. And they who know and pause before I even say this statement. This may sound crazy, but the players know their bodies better than y'all do.
Facts.
Right.
I will say my only complaint with minutes is like tonight when he still had Cat out there with the bench. And I'm like, bro, we're up by, I don't know, close to 20. Cat ain't need to be out there. When he fell into the cameraman, I held my breath for a second.
Now, at the same breath, Cat barely played. He played 28 minutes tonight. You
No,
know
no,
what I
no,
Yeah, I'm
mean?
no.
about to
That's
say
what
Yeah,
I'm
that.
not. I'm not complaining about the minutes. Just like he ain't need to
yeah.
be out there at that time.
Mm-mm.
Nah,
No, I know why
I,
Tibbs did
I
that too.
yeah.
I'm sorry, Tita. I just wanted to add real quick. I know why Tibbs did that. He wanted the insurance policy on the court before he felt sure enough to put the bench in. That's what Tibbs has been doing all season.
And right before the rest of the starters went to the bench, Cat just got back in the game.
Yeah, he did.
He just got back in the game because the Kings kept their starters out in the game until like almost the 3 minute mark. You know what I mean? So again, anything can happen because literally, like before we went back up to 20, we turned over the ball like twice and they cut the lead back down to like 16 or something like that. And I was like, see, and I literally in my mind was like, see, this is why Tibbs keep the starters in. Because anything can happen, especially if they're keeping their starters in. Now, but I agree. When he fell on the floor, I was like, yep, time to get Cat out.
Facts.
And literally right after that, Jericho Sims was off the bench. You know
Yep.
what I mean?
Mhm. And before we continue, don't forget everybody, press like for your
What are you
favorite
doing?
dude.
What are you doing?
Sharing is always caring. Yeah, I know the vibes. It's not time for that yet.
I meant to get the like button.
The joke. I had to hit the joke again. But yeah, no, I believe I don't know if we going into talk about the next game yet. I know T Time has something else he wanted to talk about before that, but okay, green light. Yeah. Um
I do.
good.
Do
That's why I
got
was
something to
checking.
talk about before
See,
that.
I
So,
know you did. That's why I said that.
yeah, man. Knicks fans, y'all gotta freaking relax, man.
And before he
Uh,
continues, this is a rant.
what's that? That wasn't a bad word. You can't say, it, but that wasn't a bad word. Uh, yeah, y'all gotta relax. For you to be a corn nugget and go in Mitchell Robinson's DM and be like, "You're getting traded next." LOL. You're corny. Whoever that was, you're corny. You're corny. Because what's the purpose? What's the purpose? You talk about the longest tenured Nick on the roster. You're talking about somebody when he's healthy is the best offensive rebounder in the game, one of the best defensive centers in the game, if not the best. And you got him on your team. You act like he got injured that last time on purpose. And I'm not saying this is the best number in the world, but y'all talk about Mitchell Robinson being injured like he's like a sub. He played like sub 50% of his games. Like that's how they make it seem. Oh, he's always injured. Now here's some facts for you. He's played over 60 games. I believe, not
4 out of
including
6.
this season, 4 out of 6 times.
Yeah, we went over that last live or the live before
Four out
that.
of
Yeah, it's
six
4 out of
times.
6. Yeah,
Uh, and I'm including the 59 game season. That's
yes,
60
yes,
games to me.
definitely.
I'm
Yeah,
including that.
that's
Uh,
a fact. Shout out my guy King
and
S in the building. He already know.
it was good. And not including this season because the season is not at its conclusion yet, so we don't know how many games he's gonna play. But he's playing above 65% of his games as a Knick. You know what I mean, he had those 2 seasons where he played 31 and 33 games, but other than that, he's been playing more
More than
more than
60
60
games.
games a season. Yeah, you know what I mean, so the narrative that he's always hurt is kind of false. You know what I mean, because a lot of people in the NBA miss like 15 games, sometimes 20 games a season. You know what I mean? But y'all gotta relax and stop being corny and going in these players' DMs or you're gonna get traded next. You're corny. We need to trade you as a fan.
Fact.
Facts.
Because why are you antagonizing your own players on your roster? Like, why are
Fact.
you doing that? He's still on the roster. He's still a Knick. But you a corn nugget going in his, oh, you're going to be traded next. And how do you expect him to react to that?
Should have cursed his ass out.
He said, honestly, I don't even care. Because you know why he at the point where he's saying he don't care because there's a lot of you corn nuggets. This is not an isolated corn nugget issue. This
Yeah.
is a corn nugget issue. There's a whole group. There's a whole corn field of y'all
Facts.
doing this corny shit. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. I'll keep on emphasizing the word corny because that's what y'all are. I'm trying to drive that home how corny you are. Like, get a life, dog. Get a life. You got nothing else better to do to go to a guy who plays hard for this team when he's healthy. You know what I mean? Wants to be here. And that's what you do. That's what you do. Fact, Frank. Corny.
Yeah,
Corny.
he did it right. There
And
you go. That's why you
I'm
the
gonna
guy,
land
Frankie Fingers.
and Kev dipped. But this is why me and Kev were not mad when Julius Randle gave y'all the thumbs
Facts.
down.
I was gonna say that too, and I agree
I
with
mean,
y'all as
shout out to
well.
my guy
Facts.
Kev because we were defending Julius Randle with the thumbs down because we know that y'all do corny stuff like this.
Hmm.
I mean, shout out to Mitch Robinson. The real ones know. Mitch, hear me. This is Tea Time talking. The real ones know, Mitch. The real ones know when you get back and you get your rhythm back,
It's
it is
over for the league.
GG's for the league. We know this.
Listen, all I
We
gotta
know
say
this,
is
Mitch.
this.
So stay strong. Don't pay these corn nuggets any mind and just focus on getting healthy. Coach Tommy T said that ain't no setbacks. You still on schedule. And things I love to hear. Keep grinding, King. Keep grinding. I'm going to land the plane there.
Listen, and let me add on to what T Tom was saying, because y'all forget last year when Mitch was healthy, he was out rebounding 3/4 of the entire league.
The whole
So
team.
No, not,
yes,
not
listen,
yeah,
three
not the
fourths
whole
of
league. Damn near the whole league.
the league. Let me say it again. I said it right. 3/4 of the whole league. He out rebounded 20 NBA teams by himself. What are we talking about here?
Offensive
Yo,
rebounds. Back.
Mitch. Let me say this, Mitch. When you get back in and you get locked in, Mitch, it's over. I already know what's about to happen. It's ugly for the league.
Facts.
So y'all
And
better
and
be
and
ready.
and and that's
Go
just to
ahead, sis.
compliment what we have going already, right? Because Cat's still gonna get his. Josh still gonna get his. You know what I mean? Like this is just extra that's about to happen. Like y'all team's really gonna have a hard time getting any rebounds from our team. Like last season, Josh was rebounding, but not at what he's been doing thus far this year. So y'all about to really, really be in trouble. Never mind the putback dunks, because that's his specialty. You know what I mean? Like, y'all Knicks fans really is wilding out. Like, y'all forget. Y'all need to go back and watch that fucking Philly series and see what the fuck he did to Embiid before he got hurt.
You,
And
you
go
know,
rethink what y'all trying to do.
you know what the problem is. A lot of these, you know, I just got back on Nick's Twitter, and it gives me a headache every time I get back on Nick's Twitter. Uh, and what I realized, a lot of these guys don't have thought processes for their own. They act like they do, but really they spew the narratives of these the bigger names on Twitter, and I'm not talking about like the regular bigger names. I'm talking about like the Ian Begleys and shit like that.
Shams.
They they use those narratives, and then they put their own little spin on it. Uh, I've never seen so many people disgruntled with winning. It I don't get
The
it.
best
You know what I
team
mean?
we've seen since freaking the 90s, to be honest.
Yeah. Like I never seen so many people disgruntled with winning. They're always complaining about some stuff. Uh, and it's nasty work. Mitchell Robinson, when healthy, is really, really good at what he does. And
Wait,
then when
wait,
you look
wait.
at the fact that when you talk about you put him next to Cat and we running four out and Mitch is in the paint and we put up a three, you talking about somebody else's opposing center against Mitchell Robinson in the paint for a rebound. I'm taking Mitchell Robinson every time.
Every time.
Every time. I don't care who you put down there to try to keep Mitchell Robinson off the offensive glass. They're cooked. They're cooked. And then you got Josh Hart crashing in too. Oh, you cooked. How you gonna get a defensive rebound? And then you also think about the pressure that puts on teams that have to crash the defensive boards. And
How
that
it's going to leave our shooters open.
and then look, not only that, it slows down other teams from getting into transition. You
Hmm.
can't leak out when you got to send 4 or 5 people on the defensive glass because Mitch and Cat too, Mitch Cat and Josh Hart is terrorizing you on the offensive glass. Yo, y'all cooked. They're cooked, bro. And exactly, and he's an anchor defense on defense. Who said that? Matty Smooth. And
Right.
he's a game-changing anchor on defense. These are the facts. These
Facts.
are facts, and this is Mitchell Robinson. It will fill a lot of the holes that this team still has, especially on the defensive end. You know what I mean? Y'all gotta relax. Don't stay out of Mitchell Robinson's inbox. You corn nuggets, and that's the message that I want to give. And if y'all ain't got nothing else, we could get on to the next game.
Well, listen, I may get my wish for a little bit when Mitch comes back and have Cat at the four. Wait, Cat at the four cooking? And oh man. My guy said it best. Yeah, scary hours is coming. Scary hours is coming. I'm telling you. Just be ready. But yeah, we're gonna segue into the last topic here. I believe we play the Grizzlies on Monday, if I'm not mistaken. I know
Correct.
I'm yeah, just trying to make sure I'm on point here. Um, can y'all give me some thoughts on how we should, tell me how we should fare against the Grizzlies.
That's gonna be a tough game. Uh, you know, you got to be along the lines of tonight. You know, you can't have John Morant go off and then the other guys go off. Like tonight, we 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 kept Fox under wraps. We get the dub, even though Malik Monk went for 30, uh, and Sabonis went for 25.
with the
But
triple double.
yeah. But having one of their main guys under 20 points was tough. Uh, and we got to do what we did tonight: move the basketball, be efficient on offense, so we can keep them out of transition as much as possible. Because John Morant going downhill is nasty work for us. That's a fact. We in trouble. We get John Morant running downhill on us all night. So just be efficient with the basketball. Keep cutting. Uh, and I want to hear Mrs. Nick say her favorite stat again on Monday. You know what I mean? Let's keep that going. Uh, Shout out to Coach Tommy T getting the bench in early. I wish in the second half he'll do the same thing and get them in earlier in the second half. But Coach Tommy T, if it's a close game, he's going to keep the starters in for as long as possible. Uh, but yeah, just protect the ball, be efficient on offense, and move the basketball. You know what I mean? And we come out with the W dub, 4 in a row loaded.
Facts. I mean, I think it's important, like you said, to play like we did tonight. Defensively, play good defense, and try and control the pace as much as possible. Whenever we play point guards like Fox and John Morant, they want to push. They want to get us out of our rhythm. So we need to try and control as much as possible. Um, I think we're going to be all right. I mean, they're a great team, but so are we. Um, I think Cat probably going to have a great night. Um, we'll see. We'll see. To me, we play Knicks basketball. We could beat anybody, to be honest. Especially like what we saw tonight. If we could keep on and use this as a, stepping stone to keep going forward, then we good.
But I believe as long as we stop two of their three key guys, we can beat them easily. Let's not forget, not just Ja Morant to worry about. You got Desmond Bain, who
Stop naming
has
names.
been a scoring machine, and
Notice every time I've said it for the last 3 games, we've been good, right?
and number 24 on the Grizzlies is also a problem. Since I can't name names, I'll name jersey numbers. All right. They definitely can score, so we got to contain them. And literally, it's about establishing dominance in the paint against these guys. All right. I need erratic shooting against Memphis because that can get us into trouble as far as them transitioning into offense because they are a very good two-way team. They transition to offense very well. So we have to cut down on the turnovers and we gotta, just attack the basket and focus on getting easy buckets and letting the threes come to us naturally within rhythm in the game. And I think the Knicks win this one easily.
No, that's big facts. That's big facts. Yeah. We're going to definitely put Macau on Ja. I like that matchup. Even though Ja's really fast, I think Macau is fast enough, strong enough, and pause, long enough, pause. That's
Tall
freaky.
enough.
Yeah, tall enough. But it's not just tall because you could be
His
tall
long
and not
arms,
be
yeah.
Good
you
save.
could
Good
and not
save.
be long. Pause, right? Well, you gotta say, yeah. That just sound real freaky. But yeah. I think that's the to me that's the key matchup. On a defensive end for us. Make it difficult for Ja. You make it difficult for everybody else. Uh, and as good a defender Josh is, last few games we definitely seen him fall asleep on defense and not be able to get to his man and close out and leave his man wide open for threes. JB got to stop falling asleep and allowing backdoor cuts. But other than that, we should win this game. Yeah, I mean 4 in a row loaded. Unless y'all got anything else, we could close this one out. All right, so you already know the vibes. Yeah, I mean, hit that like button, subscribe, sharing is always caring, and go get you one of these hoodies, man. Go get you one of them. Get you one of these. Remember that TikTok thing? Go get you one of these. What is it?
One of these.
A chicken salad. Yeah, I mean, get you one of these.
Yo, wait, T-Town, one more thing.
What up?
Hit the outro.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Mic check 1, 2. Tell these rappers I'm outside, get them start acting up. Turning hoes to housewives and cleaning the ratchet up. Do it off from boom bap, the melody rap. If they gon' put you in the box, then you might as well pack it up. Bars having bars, no cap, I'm Attica, you a precinct. How y'all competing when y'all just decent? Your rhyme efficiency's like logic simplicity. Don't tell me how much that you black, cause I don't see it.